There was a magnificent performance by Jacinta Price, which got a well-deserved standing ovation. Let's have a listen to just one little grab from her speech.
The way forward from here is no more separatism, is no more dividing us along the lines of race, is no more political correctness, is no more identity politics. It's about recognising our capabilities as human beings, recognising that we all have agency, recognising that we don't need another to empower us. We can do that ourselves, and we can do it very well. That is the way forward. That is the better story. And certainly, I feel very grateful that after our successful referendum results in our remarkable country of Australia.
So that was Jacinta Price. John, what did you think of her performance?
She is rapidly emerging as a leader. Here's the great irony of it. A leader who understands, in fact, that our culture has at its heart, if we'll just go back to it, the very idea of unity, the very idea of loving your neighbour, of caring your neighbour, the golden rule, doing unto others as you would have them do, rather than dividing as a solution. And so she is actually seeing that it's our classical roots that are best equipped if we obey them and follow them in the spirit in which they should be understood, rather than identity politics that can bring us together because of a genuine understanding of the worth and dignity of each.
And the agency of each.
Rather than the idea that we play identity politics and set up power structures everywhere. So this was an overwhelming vote, really, in the end.
It was, yeah.
In Australia.
Yeah.
And again, I see some journo in Australia having a go because it was a false statement that I said 90% of Australia's media was against the Voice. Well, I can't prove it was exactly 90%, but anybody who doesn't think it was overwhelming is missing the point and is not prepared to engage in the real debate. This was the Australian people saying, given an opportunity, no to division. You can't cut it any other way. You can't slice it and dice it. If you're so bright that you voted yes because you're highly intelligent and you had a few degrees and you lived in a wealthy suburb, it is not acceptable to say that, oh, they're all deplorables out there because they voted against it. It's not acceptable. I had long enough in public life to know that wisdom does not necessarily attach itself to your degrees or your wealth. Many of the wisest people I know left school after year 10, and I don't say that lightly, it's true. People who have been to the University of Life, people who have grown up in communities that work and know and understand real life, they exercise their wisdom. And the other point is, if you're committed to democracy, and this is a lesson, I think, for the bureaucracies, we saw in England after Brexit, there was a clear attempt to thwart the will of the people and to go around it.
Yep.
You can see the same thing happening in Australia.
It's happening now. Chris Minns is already advertising for a $300,000 job to, occupy some Voice-like occupation. So, but the other aspect of Jacinta's message there was not only is it democratic that we need to be equal, but equality gives you agency and responsibility.